Here we go. Good morning, everyone. So yesterday's trade was in the I'll go over yesterday's trade first of all. Before I continue, we're just getting started anyway, so and I'm not trading open, so we got another 15 minutes before I do anything. Now, this was yesterday's trade in this area. I wanted to short the market back down. So I said 60 level, 62, around that 62 level, a little bit above it. I entered the short. It was almost this level. Just a bit above this candle was. Stops at the high. I could not say anything to everybody. I was actually going after meal for my chickens. When I saw actually this was starting to get that trade. Now, for anybody that wasn't online and was not able to follow it up immediately, I recommend to make sure that you, first of all, if you're trading London session and it's past 1:30 before you get into that trade, you should not be taking that trade. Because if open comes of New York, it does a lot of things. I was not behind the charts when I got entered. I got an alarm. I was not here. And around 3 o'clock, I saw the market move down to our entry again. I moved my stop first to here, to the highs, and afterwards I saw a shift to the downside. And it was just before open. I said at 3 o'clock, okay, I'm going to just put my stop at break even because I know that open can do such a strange thing. I didn't want to get stopped out. So I got stopped at break even, actually minus a 0.1 or something like that I made. But if anybody didn't move their stop, I can imagine why actually. This took a long time before we got there, and then open actually started moving up. Now, this was very unclear how the market should react. If we watch the same chart on yes, I even pointed it out for today, this was actually very clear that the market was going to go up. So what did the market do here? This was the same level. This level was the down structure of the first break of structure, retest, next break of structure, retest again. So on yes, that was a very clear structure movement that we had. You could have taken this trade very easy. On Nasdaq, the same movement that actually what I showed, this movement was this one right here. But here we had a break of structure to the upside, and on Nasdaq we did not because this was the high. So we only made the break of structure right here on that high. So it was very uncertain. So we actually ended up at that 7-8 level. So see here we can still be not correct. So we ended up at that 7-8 level. We had a retest of it. So I was expecting actually down pricement because we never took out that high. So we never made a full break of structure of this move. On the other hand, we did. So you can have this is a reminder for everybody. So remember this one because you have to be okay with this. It's trading, guys. So nothing is sure in trading. Nothing is 100% accurate. First of all, the one thing that I do want to say, look, I have analysis and I can do technical analysis very good. And still I can have it not correct. It's part of the game. You just have to be okay with it. And this can happen. So make sure if you ever have this that you're okay with it too. So we're now about 9 minutes after 9. Let's set up our most things that we should do. So we came in a daily for value gap. So first of all, yesterday we hit this. We took out previous day high already. So there's no point of setting actually out previous day high because we took it out already. But still, do this immediately. Those are like the most common things. Those are liquidity pools, so previous day high and previous day low. Oh, screen's black. Thank you. I'll reshare my screen. Can you see me? Before I continue. Yeah, so you can see me. Okay, great. Let me take a look if I can share this one now. Let's see if this is better. I got my lag screen. Jeez. Okay, it looks like I will have to reset everything because I don't know why, but YouTube looks like it doesn't want me to share my screen. I do it one more time. Okay. Can you see now? It's still black. Okay, that's great. Thanks. Yeah, that was something. Thanks for letting me know, guys. I just appreciate. Okay, so I'll go over everything I told just a minute ago again, so that you guys, so that we can follow up. So what did I just say a minute ago was I went over the trade from yesterday, and this was actually on yes, it was a very clear look, break of structure of this movement to the upside. We had a full retest. This leg actually shown that we had a retest of this move. This is just yes, because on Nasdaq you could not have seen this. So we retested the 60 and we moved again. I'll show that same chart on yes. So this was the down structure, and we were actually here. We had a retest and then moved down. So on this level right here, we did not show that we wanted to go above it. So for me, that showed that actually the market wanted to go lower. That's why I wanted to short the market here. And actually, we continued slowly further up to take out that liquidity. Now, on the S, on the other hand, we had a clear break, retest, clear break, retest, and again. So I want to tell everybody that you always have to be okay with it, even though you can read markets as good as I can, you still can have it not correctly. That's trading, by the way. And then I went over the trade from yesterday. I got about 5 more minutes before I jump in anything. So what did I see when this happened? I came into that 60 level. Once the markets moved lower, I was not behind. I was actually in the car when this happened, so I just did it manually. But when we started moving at 3 o'clock, I'm going to depth, and I saw this wick come up at 3. We tapped for value gap. I said, okay, now I can put my stop at break even. And here I moved my stop to break even. I got stopped at 0.01 not profits because of the fees. I didn't put it under it. I put it actually straight at break even because we have a button on the on it. Because on the phone it's not easy to move those things. So I got it with a little bit of not profit actually, and then At open, I saw the market rally up, and I only came back home when the market was already here. So I was actually happy, but I couldn't let anybody know. So my excuse about that one, I should have let everybody know. Now, if you overtrade only London, make sure that you actually, if you only get in a trade like 130, just delete your trade. It's no point of trading that full trade at 1:30 in the afternoon because you are very close to a new session. And London, New York session has the most volatility. That means the candles are bigger. There's more money flowing in and out. So make sure that you are, if you trade London, you're out of your trade. If you're not in a trade yet, that you don't let a trade through. Now for today, we finally made that break of structure. We are trading inside a daily for value gap right here. Previous day high has already been taken. Now let's see what the market wants to do. I'll set out the sessions lows and highs too, so that we can find. So this is Asia high, session high. So if we count this now as a break, so this is the first huge break of structure, then I would say this was the impulsive move. So we could come back to that 50 level right here. If we hit this level somewhere, I'm definitely longing this back at highs. I will follow ES a bit to see what it moves today because this was way nicer on ES. Structure based, this was very clean. On Nasdaq, on the other hand, it showed differently. So I followed my gut. I just followed what the market showed me can happen, and still be okay with it. If you took enough profits or you did take profits, don't worry about it. It's just a trade, guys. Long period of times will always make sure that you have what you need to have. Just make sure that you don't. If you take a loss, that you can control your emotions. Make sure that you don't go do stuff that you don't need to do. We have lots of news today. Well, thank you, Arjun, for telling me. I did not take a look yet, so let me take Forex Trader. So if you ever want to have a website where you can check news, I would recommend using this one. If you don't use your prop firm account, Forex Trader is actually one of the easiest one to take a look at it. So Wednesday we have at 9, we're here. So at 11 we have orange folders, two of them, and at 2:15 we got a red folder. Thank you for mentioning it. So we really took out Asia low right now. At this point, the structure is moving slowly downwards. I give the market a little bit of time to react first, and then I'll see if I find anything we can jump into. I'll get myself a drink in the meantime. So it's been a while that I sit on a chair actually. But I had some recordings this morning that I had to do, so it was easier from this position. Does Trump speak today? I didn't see that one. I don't see it on Forex Factory. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So Arjun, first of all, thank you for the nice words on Discord that you sent to us. I appreciate it. Now, second of all, it's not because it's your first trade of the year that you sort of jumped out of it. I hope maybe that you didn't take the trade. That's okay. But don't jump out of a trade because you see the market do certain things because actually it came back to our entry and it folded further. It just could have folded further down easy. So if you want to do a strategy, you just have to be okay by taking the strategy. If you don't feel comfortable trading it, reduce your risk, man. It will ease you up. It will ease your mind more. So it's necessary that you do feel comfortable if you take something. So we came on a 4 hour Fiji right now. If we start to move up right here, and we get some form of entry model, we'll probably go to Asia high from here. And if anybody was online, this was actually a nice entry point too. Here we had a clean move up, retest of it, and continued. So if anybody was trading, New York yesterday, clean entry price. Just gonna take a look first how much we can make from here. So we are trading insights. So I'm gonna tell what I'm looking at this point. So first of all, we made a break of structure. We took previous day high outs. So if you want to have that retest of this movement, we should come back all the way down here at least. That would be around 25,007. Now, I want to take a look first. What does the market really tend to do now? So we are trading inside a 5 minute for value gap, and we got a 30 minute and a 15 minute lane above us. So that 30 minute and that 15 minute is actually more value than this one. So I want to see how do we act off of this gap right now. If we tap it, do we immediately push back up to those highs, or do we actually follow this 30 minutes, 15 minutes, and hourly void and continue the movement what the market is doing right now, slowly moving downwards? Because if we watch how the market actually moved, look here we made our first, no, actually this candle was it. So here we made a change in character to the downside fully because this was a structure movement. Here we made was not a close yet on that wick, so here was a close fully. Then we had a small retest of the change in character, so this would have been that move all the way. So we almost hit that 50 level that actually was very, very close. Now we had again a change, or actually a break of structure downwards. We had a small retest. We are having again a small break of structure downwards. We're having a small retest right now. So I want to see, do we flush further down right here? Yes or no? If we do, I will find a 5 minute entry and put our stop at the high and continue lower. Just explaining my thoughts so that you actually see what I'm watching at. But please do never jump in a trade while a candle is still open. So we do, if we have a retest and we continue higher, we can of course take that entry as an entry model. But we do have to be patient if you are watching candles, how they act off of for value gaps until that candle is closed. Because in 6 seconds it can move all the way back up or it can just flush right straight through. We're not at the most favorite position right now. We're actually inside two ranges. So we will be a patient day today. So that you know, a lot of patience today will be tested. I'm not in anything yet. Just watching if it's a possible trade to take. The trades needs to be at least 2.5 hour to 3 hours that you can actually take a hit to. So if you have a 50% win rate or more, you need to be at least a 2.5, 2+I. That's something that you actually do need to have. And then you can be at exactly 50% and still be a very profitable trader. I'm just being patient right now because we can see here we're actually chopping. So I'm not doing anything until I see a full move in a direction. So right here, in this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 candles of 15 minutes, we've just been chopping. So it's no point of trading this. So do know if you're trading, what kind of circumstances we're trading in. If the market should have reacted to the upside, it probably would have done it a bit faster too. So for me, it feels like it still wants to go lower right now. But I'll be patient until I see it happening. So then we probably will break that low right here. I find a 15-minute FEG that it retests and then continues. Now we can put our stop to the high. But until it's, as long as it's in this, let me even pick this up, ranging box, I would recommend for everybody not to touch it. Because it just took out everything. It took out sell side liquidity, a buy side liquidity, and sell side liquidity. With this wick, the down part, with this wick, the upper part. So I'm trading a continuation movement, so I do need a direction to trade off. As long as we have this, it's no direction. If you were here at 8 today, that would have been a lot of patience still. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It took us 6, 7 candles before there actually would not even happen anything. So we're lucky today that we came online an hour later today. And yes, it's practically doing the same. So it did had a little bit more movement. Now it tapped into a Vervalik up to the upside. It has a little bit more ranging, but not really strength behind it. Make sure that you do see those zones that you actually can tell when the market is just chopping, and that's not a trade zone for me. And my kid has luck today. She wanted to have at least 5 or 6 centimeters of snow, and she got it today. It's 5 centimeters of snow in Belgium. So nothing happened yet. Let's be patient. So on a 5 minute base, at this point it shows it still wants to go up. So I'll explain what I see. Here we had a nice, strong pushing candle, making structure change, and a 5 minute base, of course. Here we got a tap for valley gap. We got rejected off of this high, so we took out everything right here. So we came back down, and now we tested this FVG right here. Right here. And we didn't take out the low of the structure. So as long as we don't take out this low of the structure, this for 5 minute for valley gaps holding, and that means that the structure shows in a 5 minute base that it wants to go up. So we have to be patient right now until we move out of this no trading zone. We have to be patient until we move out of it. Can you trade it? Of course you can. You can put a stop right here and long do that for value gap right here, but we're chopping. So I'm not doing that. That's not my kind of style of trading. If it is for you, I'm happy for you. And you can trade it, of course, but not for me. We just got to be patient right now until that structure changes. That's all. As long as we're doing inside this black or gray zone, I'm not touching it. It's hugely on my screen. I'm not in a trade, so make sure if you do take a trade that you know why you take something. So on a 15-minute base, you cannot even see. So if you don't see any fair value gaps on a 15-minute base between candles, that means the market is chopping. So this is a no trading zone because it is. This is the only market that you're actually not supposed to be trading, the choppy market. That's a market you cannot trade even. On a lower time frame, of course, you can. On 1 minute, it does have structure inside. This doesn't. This little bit right here, until we took out a low, now we took out a high, and now we're just sitting here. But on my time frame, what I trade off, that's a 15-minute based, you can actually not trade this because you don't have anything to reference off. And this is where look, this is where people actually um, give way too much to the market back. So remember this, write it down if you're new to trading. Choppy markets are no trading. You have four kind of markets. Three, I believe, yeah. Ranging, three. Ranging, choppy, or expansion. If my English ain't correct, I just said what it was. So these are the only three markets that we have. If we are ranging, you will find fair value gaps inside. Choppy market means no fair value gaps whatsoever inside candles. You will not have anything to go off. And expansion means that the market is actually moving toward liquidities. Who sent me some peaches, man? Oh, I'll give you the address. I would love to have some nice fruits. Enjoy your day, Arjun. So if you entered this kind of movement, that would have been your TP. In a choppy range, you never want to go to the highs. So like I said, I'm not touching anything as long as we're in this no trade zone.
So here we do have to be having patience until the market shows us what it wants to do. Like this is exactly what I meant by if you enter something like this, you only can take it to like a for valley gap because we have confluences that the market is still moving lower and then it just started to chop. So as long as we don't have a clear sign now what the market wants to do, the biggest indication that the market is still doing is going lower. So the only thing that we can follow is what the market is doing now. The market is going that side. That's why I said this would have been your end target. And this is what I'm watching right now too. So I'm still watching how do we act on this 5 minutes. As long as we don't take out the high yet, as long as we don't take out this low, we're on an up movement from here. But we can sit here for another hour, maybe two. And if we do, then it's the best thing to do is to trade not alone. Remember, a not trading day can be profitable too, much more than you're just starting, jump in a trade and go out of it, jump back in it, take another one. Believe me, the best thing you can do in these kind of market conditions is keep your hands off the market. It will not help by doing anything right now. So now the good thing is if we fall and we take out our low and we create a 15-minute from value gap, if we tap that, we can put our high at that 5 minutes. FVG's high is short the market down. So we do need to take out this low before we actually know that the market is moving lower. Because at this point, we're still trading in this first 5 minute for value gap right here. As long as this low is not taken, this is still holding. Doesn't matter if the market moved all the way to like a half a point off of it and moves back up of it. The structure inside these 5 minutes is now still bullish. The higher time frame says the market is moving lower, but I wanted to see this get taken out before I can do anything. Oh look, we even traded into a 1 minute for value gap. It's the same concept if you do it in a 1 minute. So we had changing character right here, moving upwards. Here we had a break in structure of a high, or actually previous day, actually here already. So this would be the full move. We had a new move up. And if we take this full move, you could say we came back to that 7-6 level right here. And then the market can continue. You can do it on a lower time frame too if you want to. I just prefer to do it on a higher time frame. It's more accurate. That's the reason why. I would definitely now recommend for anybody that's new to this to do this on a lower time frame. Well, just be patient. Still in that no trading zone right now, so we're gonna have a toilet break at the moment, so we got another 5 minutes before we can do anything. Looks like nothing happened yet, so So now we took out that structure, that's great to see. So if we create an FEG right here, in the next 5 minutes, if we get a tap of this 5 minute for value, I want to take a short down. Okay, that hit my full TP, that would be something different, of course. Okay, if we tap this 5 minute, I'm gonna take a short down. So entry is a limit order right now. If we keep falling, of course, yeah, that's gonna be a no trade. But if we enter this wicks high, would be my entry. My stop would be at 25,709. If it continues down immediately, that's gonna be a no trading. It's definitely heading for that 7-8 level right now, so it's wanting to go down. But I preferred that it hit our limit order first before it started falling further. Yeah, if it just flushes down right here, yeah, that would be a no trade, of course. It can happen too. Yeah, that looks like it just will flush straight down. We probably won't get that entry. Yeah, this doesn't look like it wants to come back. This will immediately come to that 7.8 level right here. If we're lucky, we get a movement back up that we can take.
Even here, if you're new to trading, don't jump in it into anything like this. If you don't have a model or have immediately flushing, I prefer to be patient until we have that full retest of our entry model and then continue that movement down. The best placement of your stop is actually that 30-minute wick. That's actually the best place where you can put your stop. This is a bit less secure, but a bit of R collected. I'm still gonna take this at this point. We didn't hit that full level down, so if we come into this limit order, taking a short down. If I'm incorrect right now and the market starts moving above that 30 minutes for value gap right here, we will go back to the highs and then we can take the other side if it's needed. But like it's looking right now, the market wants to continue lower. So if we get that tap, that would be a nice entry. Again, if you want to have a safe stop, but a bit less R collected, this is the best set place to put your stop there. I'll keep in mind where I put it, but this is actually the best spot for starters. So if everything's on the screen, we'll see what happens. I get myself another drink in the meantime. Be right back.
Wat die horen doen mee? Wat doe je van? Oh. Okay, let's see if we get a tap in a minute. That would look great. Still at the same spot, not much happened. But the good thing is that this is also actually now a 15-minute value gap. So we will see if we get that tap, yes or no. So it's up to you if you want to have a more secure stop. That would be 25.7. The reason why is that was the last actually retest of a structure move downwards. But for now, there's not much we can do. Just be patient until we have that entry, that test, or if it flushes to that TP already to the down here, then it will be no trade. Good morning to everybody that just joined. We will see if we get that tap. If we do, we have a nice trade. If we don't, it can happen too. Then let it go. We'll be for the next one then. Because a no trading day is also a profitable day. Not every day you need to trade. And if this market flushes down and continues to move down, yeah, then it will be what it is. I will not jump in this just because I want to trade. This is something you will definitely need to learn if you're a new trader. Just make sure that if you do a trade, make sure that you have a repeatable process. Like I said, if this keeps flushing, that will be it, of course. Yeah, then we have no luck. That can happen too. The direction was correct, so that's a good thing. You can see what the market was doing, and I'm okay with it. Be happy that you saw what the market wanted to do. Nonetheless, it didn't hit your entry. That's just the part of the game. I do not trade every day. You don't need to trade every day to make profits. Not needed. And I'm not drinking coffee anymore. I had Sunday one coffee, and that was really not healthy for me to be able to keep my focus in trading. If you have the same, if you feel very nervous after drinking a cup of coffee, I would recommend you not to drink coffee while you're trading. Some people can resist it, some people can't. I'm one of those that really cannot. Learn yourself, learn to know yourself and what you can do to create a good habit in your trading sessions. So learn to watch how you react out of certain things that you consume. I can give you an example. If you are somebody that likes to party and go out in the weekend, you probably don't want to be partying on Sunday and trading on Monday. That will probably be something that you don't want to mix together. Not that you cannot party, of course, on Sunday, but I would not mix it with with trading the day after. And if you ever have, you probably immediately understand why. For how far we came now. So here we made a break of structure, of course. We took our previous day high. Now we're having a retest of this break of structure. So I want to take it to like this liquidity right here, just above that 7-8, but we don't need to come all the way down here. So keep that in mind. The market can just react straight from here and go back up to. That's perfectly fine. Just be okay with it. It's just, again, another trade. If you have lack of, you're still learning to have disciplined mindset in trading, make sure that you have some rules, definitely in how much you want to give to the market, definitely also in how many times you want to give something to the market in one day. If you're an intraday trader, if you are a long-term trader, that's something different, of course. If you're an intraday trader like we are doing right here, make sure that you have definitely a max limit loss on a day. So I'll be online for another 15 minutes max. We will see if we hit that limit order. If this limit order is not hit before 12, I'm taking it off too. Before 1, sorry. We're trading London's, so that's 1x. So if we hit 1 o'clock in London time and we didn't hit that entry yet, and or we hit that TP already, I'll take it off too. So if we move, look, I'll explain exactly why I said this is my stop and this is actually the best stop to put your entry. Okay. If we start moving back up, this is still that 7-8 level, and that's exactly on my stop. If we zoom in, we have this one here. That's the only thing that actually bothers me. And this is called a void. I believe it's like this. But my English typing is not the best. I'm a good trader, but I'm not a I speak Flemish normally, so I'm not used to writing English. So this is the place where the market can come back to, because they tend to fill up these gaps. And we even got like a 1 minute FEG just above it. But if you place your stop where you put mine, be okay with it if you get stopped. Otherwise, just immediately take that upper one. It's still a decent trade. If you would take the higher one, that's a 1.7, so definitely still a decent trade. Yeah, if we flush through both these two 15-minute fair value gap, the market is definitely moving higher, so we should not go through both of them. A tap, okay, great, but going straight through both of them, then we're not going to that low. So that's the good thing about it. We have like a 5-minute shift in character right now, so we should not go straight through everything. That's not what should happen. And if you ever feel bored or watching, read a book or something. Make sure that you have something to do while you're here. Do some push-ups. Get off the screen for a minute. It helps too. If you ever hesitate in taking a trade, be sure that you just put a limit order in. That way your brain cannot talk you out of it while the market is moving in a certain direction. We'll probably get triggered in a minute, and then we'll see what happens. We're not trading in our first 15 minutes. You can see the candle jumped up a bit, so it moved down. That means that the market is still pushing the market higher right now. Here we did have a 3-minute shift in character. I want to see it hit that limit order, and I want to see it have a very fast action back down. Let's see if we get that hit, or if we get that tap actually. We still got 10 minutes, so that's okay. And then you just have patience always until the market comes to your entry point, and then you follow along. I'm not the guy that just jumps into anything. I could have jumped into this too and said we're moving up to here. It's a 15-minute and a 5, so let's see if we get that tap. And if we don't, then it's a no trade. If I wasn't trading live, I would not be sitting behind that chart. I would just put that limit order in and be done with it. That's way easier, and it takes way less time for yourself. And in the meantime, you can do something different. I would have been able to build a snowman right now. We got news at 11. I came to 3.5 points of our entry. I have about 4 to 5 more minutes and I'm gonna be offline. So if anybody has a question, it's a good time to ask. Again, leaving this limit order in until or we hit that TP or it's 12, 1 o'clock our time, my time, and then I take it off too. We do have a red folder at 2:15. So if you're not in a trade before 2:15 p.m. my time, so it's now 10:40, make sure that you know what news can do. Not sure that we'll do something. ADP, non-farm employment changes. I'm not sure that it does anything. But news can definitely do something with the market. So that will be it for me for today, guys. I wish you all a very great trading session. If the limit order hits, I'm still gonna be in it. I'll update if I have time on Discord. If I don't, you'll see me back tomorrow. No, that was the last trading live session for this week, correctly. So I'm only trading Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays live anymore. I have some other stuff I need to be procuring. Otherwise, I just don't have time for it. So I wish you a great trading session for the rest of the week, days, or coming. And I'll see you all back at least at Mondays. If you have any questions, just join Discord. Give me some answers. Ask me questions. I'll always respond. Wish you all a great week for the rest of the week and enjoy.